When flying down to the US as a Canadian, typically I'm flying with Air Canada. Why not switch things up a bit? Today, I'm heading down to Los Angeles with American Airlines on their A319. Unlike Air Canada and WestJet having multiple flights a day between Vancouver and LA, American has one flight a day. This is mainly for their connecting flights out of LAX. Showing up around 2 hours prior to departure time, check-in was super quiet and quick. Looks like YVR finally put in a proper screening line for verified travelers in the transborder section of the terminal. Post-pandemic, it was just a fast lane, and it didn't even offer any exemptions offered by the Verified Traveler program, or even Nexus, like not having to take your shoes off. Now this has finally been fixed, thank God. It's weird I haven't mentioned it before, but YVR and most major airports in Canada offer the US CBP pre-clearance program. So all US customs are done in Canada, and you can walk straight off the plane to landside anywhere you're flying into in the US. As YVR is obviously not an American hub or a focus city, there's no Admiral clubs here. Hey, hold on, wait a second, you can't go into the Maple Leaf Lounge. Wait, how did you manage to get in there on an AA ticket? Well, okay, never mind, I guess. American has been known to have 9 separate boarding zones, which is excessive. But regardless, I was lucky enough to snag an exit row seat for today's flight. I found 9 boarding zones just really annoying to follow and hear, and it seemed like everyone else was in the same boat too, and just hopped in the boarding lineup. The ride down for the next 3 hours to LA is the 17-year-old ex-US Airways 319. Just like the 737, the Airbus A320 family makes up the other half of American's narrowbody fleet, with a whopping 479 aircrafts, making them the largest A320 family operator in the world. What I find is a bit weird is this aircraft is only outfitted with 8 domestic first-class seats, while every other airline has 12. But regardless, this exit row seat will do me plenty for this afternoon. But as to be expected with the exit row seat, there are some few quirks like this missing armrest by the exit door. Adjustable headrests are always great, but the recline was a bit lacking. Along with the usual literature and safety card, you'll find an IFE card, which I'll get into in a bit. The seat back pocket was adequate, and a universal power port is always helpful, but you'll find the box for it eating up the foot space in the window. The reading lights and air nozzles a bit beat up, but still working. And the tray table has a full extension to cover the long distance, which is excellent. There is no seat back screens on this aircraft, and all the entertainment is streamed to your personal devices. Look, I'm not a fan of this by any means, especially when this aircraft doesn't even have a tablet holder, but regardless, it was working fast and well. It features a decent selection of movies and TV shows along with live TV that was super quick to load.
Good afternoon and welcome aboard American Airlines Flight 1719 to Los Angeles. Your flight crew for this afternoon is Captain Stu, First Officer Steve from Vancouver.
It sucks having to leave home when the weather is so nice. Vancouver is absolutely amazing when summer rolls around. Flying along the west coast has truly some of the best scenic views in all of North America. The AA in-flight website is your hub for details about your flight and entertainment. There is a time remaining counter, but I wish a map came with it too. A small snack service came through. I took a can of Sprite, and both a Biscoff cookie and pretzels were handed out. I do like the small touches of branding and art though. The tray table was a good size for a laptop, and I managed to get some work done. But these universal power outlets tend to get loose after a while, and this is just not exclusive to American. As what should be given by now, bring your own food on these domestic flights. I took an extra wrap from the lounge, and this tied me over for a few hours. People tend to forget, especially on these transcontinental flights, that you're typically skipping a meal on these 3+ hour flights. A standard Airbus A320 lavatory. Is there really much more to explain? The desert started the transition to the coast, then to the urban sprawl of Los Angeles. Look, I've flown American Airlines a handful of times now, and I find them perfectly adequate. Oddly enough, I've also had routinely nice, super friendly flight attendants with them. The crew on this flight were fine, nothing short of great, but respectful, which is what I can only really ask for at the end of the day. I found this flight adequate for the duration. I wish there was some half-decent food options for purchase. Luckily, I came prepared, and so did my neighbor. American seems to be routinely updating their seats, which includes device holders for entertainment. That being said, I'm not too sure if these retrofits are being extended to the whole 319 fleet.
Welcome you to Los Angeles. The time is 4:21. As a reminder, please stay seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt. Here you have a choice in airline.
In the end, I was satisfied with American, and was a nice switch up from the usual Air Canada flights I routinely take down here. So thanks again for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. Cheers, and I'll see you in the next one.